Hey there, and welcome. So, we've all been there, right? You see a project just completely go off the rails. It's late, it's way over budget, and honestly, it feels totally disconnected from what the company is actually trying to do. That's project chaos. Today, we're going to lay out the blueprint to fix all of that, turning that chaos into a real strategic asset. Let's get into it. Does this sound a little too familiar? Your teams are just constantly putting out fires. Projects seem to drag on forever, costs are spiraling out of control, and if you're being honest, nobody's really sure how any of it connects back to the big picture goals. It feels less like you're delivering strategy and more like you're just managing chaos.
Well, the good news is there's a solution that's literally designed to bring order to that chaos. It's called the Project Management Office, or, as you'll hear it called, the PMO.
So, what exactly is a PMO? Okay, think of it as the central nervous system for every single project in the company. And look, this isn't just another layer of bureaucracy that's obsessed with templates and chasing down status updates. No. This is a dedicated team that creates one single, consistent way of working, making sure every project is managed effectively from the moment it kicks off to the day it's delivered.
This right here, this quote really gets to the heart of a PMO's true power. It's not just an admin function, it's a strategic one. It's the thing that makes sure those big, ambitious goals decided in the boardroom are actually translated into the day-to-day work that's happening on the ground. It's the bridge.
So how in the world does a PMO actually build this bridge and create all this order? Well, it really all boils down to two core pillars that provide structure, clarity, and, most importantly, control.
On one side, you've got governance and standardization. You can think of this as creating the official rulebook. It's a predictable framework so that everyone is playing the exact same game. And on the other side, you have portfolio and resource management. Now, this is about making sure you're playing the right game in the first place, that you're working on the projects that truly matter, and that you actually have the resources to win.
Let's dig into that first pillar, governance. First up, the PMO defines one shared way to manage projects. That way, every team starts from the same playbook. Next, it sets up crystal clear rules for approvals and changes. This is huge because it prevents that dreaded scope creep, that slow, sneaky expansion of a project that just kills budgets and timelines. And finally, it centralizes all the documentation, creating one single source of truth, so there's no more confusion about what's really going on.
All right, the second pillar is all about portfolio management. This is where the PMO really makes sure the company is investing its time and money in the smartest way possible. It all starts by aligning every single project to a key strategic goal. Then it regularly reviews the entire portfolio of work to prioritize what's most important. It also manages shared resources, the people, to prevent burnout and conflicts. And get this, it even performs what-if analysis to see if a new project is even doable before it ever gets started.
Okay, but who actually designs and builds a complex system like this? You don't just flip a switch. That's where a very specialized expert comes into the picture, the PMO consultant. You can think of the PMO consultant as the architect of project success. They come into an organization, diagnose the real problems, design a PMO structure that's tailored to that specific company, build out all the processes and tools, and then train the teams on how to use them effectively. I mean, they're part analyst, part strategist, and part coach all rolled into one.
And as you might guess, that level of expertise is in seriously high demand. The average salary for a PMO consultant in the US, just shy of $140,000. And that number tells you something really important. Companies don't see a well-run PMO as a cost. They see it as a critical investment that absolutely pays for itself through efficiency and strategic delivery.
So how does a consultant take this blueprint we've been talking about and actually make it a reality? Let's take a look at what happens in their critical first month on the job.
A great consultant never guesses. They follow a very deliberate plan. And this structured approach is absolutely crucial because, frankly, a lot of PMOs fail because they lack a clear vision or don't get buy-in from everyone. So week 1 is pure discovery, just interviewing everybody to figure out the real pain points. Week 2 is all about vision, drafting the strategy for what the PMO is going to accomplish. Then, in week 3, they start designing solutions and identifying some quick wins. And finally, week 4 is all about action, rolling out those first few changes and showing everyone the path forward.
A huge part of that process is creating something called the PMO Charter. Now, this isn't just another document to file away. It's basically the constitution for the PMO. It answers the single most important question: why do we exist? It defines what success looks like and gets everybody aligned and rowing in the same direction.
But they don't try to boil the ocean all at once. A smart consultant is always focused on delivering quick wins. By introducing something simple but high impact, like a standard project charter template for everyone to use, they immediately cut down on confusion and demonstrate their value. This builds trust and, it gets people excited for what's coming next.
And the result of all this hard work? Well, it's a total transformation. You go from having chaotic, unpredictable projects to a system of consistent, value-driven delivery. Projects start finishing on time, they stay on budget, and most importantly, they directly fuel the company's growth.
So, I'll just leave you with this one question to chew on. Is your organization just busy managing projects? Or is it methodically and strategically delivering on its most important goals? Because the difference between those two things is very often a well-designed PMO.